form is very up and down at the moment, but with a game against Brighton in the FA Cup third round, we can turn that round. We're underdogs and maybe we can win and get the squad morale up a bit. And then we've got a game against Bristol City in which we can strengthen our playoff status in the Championship. So, for the 7th time, it's incredible it's the 7th time, by the way. Only seems like a few days since it was the first. I suppose it was. Anyway, I'm rambling now. Anyway, I was going to do an outro then. Anyway, I'll just stop talking. For the 7th time in Season 4, roll that intro.
It goes Pompey, 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 you're the team. Pompey, 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 you're the cream. Pompey, you're the greatest, and we'll keep following you. We'll keep following Pompey, following the boys in blue.
Hello everyone, it's TIJ, welcome to episode 7 of season 4 of the Portsmouth save. Today, as you can see, we're playing two pretty big games. The first one in the FA Cup third round against Brighton and Hove Albion, and then against Bristol City. We were quite close to the playoffs in the league, but not quite in that run or in that chase. So over the last few games since you've been with me, as you can see, we've fell to 4th place. We're not in the automatic promotion spots anymore. But as you can see, it's very close and it can go up and down and there's, 6-point swings every single game. So that can change quite a bit. So I'm not worried about that yet. But in the last 3 games, obviously after that battering against Sunderland, we ignored that against Ipswich. And McAlinden and Shenton got 2 goals to beat Ipswich, which was away, which I was happy about. And then there was the Derby game, and they went 2-0 up within 46 minutes. Obita got one back, and Naismith got one back, the 2 wingers, and that made it 2-2. And then in this game against Villa, we made it 1-0 up, and then they went 2-1 up, we went 2-2. And then James Husband in the last few minutes, he had a shocking game. That wasn't just because of his red card, the 5.3. It was about 5.9 before he'd had a shocking game. And he got sent off 89 minutes in, and basically Villa scored 92 minutes in. And that could be a point that we've really lost and shouldn't have lost. And that might come to bite us on the bottom come the end of the season. But today we're playing in the third round of the FA Cup at Fratton Park against Brighton, and then away from home against Bristol City. I've made a few transfer dealings, nothing into the club, but a few outs with loans, etc. The players that are all highlighted here that went out on loan in August, their loans have been extended to the end of the season. And Paolo Gazzaniga's also gone out on loan to Birmingham. He's moaned that he hasn't had enough game time, and we might want to sell him the end of the season. So I just thought, send him out on loan, maybe increase his valuation, and he could get the end of the season. But we have got another goalkeeper who's an internal guy to the club. He's very young, obviously 17. Adrian Bartley. He's a regen, 1.5 stars, not the best. So hopefully our main goalkeeper also won't get injured, etc. So for this game against Brighton, we've got obviously had to rotate the squad quite a bit after 4 games in a week, which was just bonkers. We've got Allsop in goal as usual. Thompson, Burgess, Watmore and Leahy at the back. We'll change Watmore to a ball-playing defender. Meyler and Colkett in the middle, with Naismith, Glatzel tried at centre attacking midfield. As you can see, a really good average rating for the under-23, so 7.24. Jack Harper makes his return after his little injury at left wing, and then Chris Long will play up front. I'm quite happy with that, I think. I don't think there's any alterations to be made, unless I can see anything glaring that needs to be made. I'm just going to change Don Love for Thompson. Just bearing in mind all these injury risks. We don't want to risk too many players of injury, etc. So, let's get into this game against Brighton and Hove Albion. It's the same day that I recorded episode 6, so I've pretty much just let that upload, and then I've recorded this one. I wanted to bulk record a little bit today, because I might or might not have a public speaking exam tomorrow in, a public speaking exam, which is going to be an all-day thing, basically, and if I've got that, then I'm not going to be able to record a video, so I'm having to do it all today. Wish me luck in that. That'll have already happened earlier on this morning, but it might not do, because if you're not aware and you're watching this later on, there's been an incredible amount of snow, well, not an incredible amount, but enough to keep me off school today, and potentially enough to stop me travelling to the place where the public speaking is tomorrow. I mean, it is snowing at the moment, it has been for a while, but anyway, I'm not Carol Kirkwood off BBC Breakfast, I don't need to give any weather stuff. I mean, there's already enough people trying to give weather predictions that aren't quite right. But apart from talking about the weather, let's talk about the football, shall we? We're 25 minutes into this game already against Brighton, who are a Premier League club who are in 15th. Tim Sherwood's in charge there, so good manager and all that. So really, we're the underdogs here, and hopefully we can get something out of this game. It's always nice to get something out of the FA Cup. We're not going to win the competition. We've got to be realistic. But to progress a little bit, earn a little bit of money, perhaps from a big team, go to the stadium, or vice versa, going to the Emirates or the Etihad or even Anfield, that'd be brilliant. But it looks like that won't be put in jeopardy at the moment, because it's 0-0, and as it stands, we will be going to a replay, but I'm sure that'll probably change after half-time. We're going to go to attacking, not overload, we're going to go attacking rather than counter-attacking, because it seems that they're not really attacking too much. We'll say that, and they'll probably go and score 3 now. But we've just said to the players, you know, you can do a little bit better, and hopefully you can go and get the goals. But yeah, here we go for the second half. But Charlie Colkett, if you saw the last episode, I was moaning a little bit about Norwich. And he's saying he's worth about £1 million. They put an offer in of £1 million. We said the minimum we would accept, well, the maximum, if you like, basically, was £2.5 million. They pulled out straight away. They weren't interested in that sort of money. Then Colkett came to me moaning, saying, well, why didn't you accept it? Then a few of the players came to me saying, why didn't you accept his move? Luckily, none of the team leaders or anyone like that. But they came to me moaning about that, and I thought, oh, great, here we are again. But luckily, nothing really came of it, and it seems that the players are decently happy about that now. But we brought McAlinden on for Jack Harper, because Harper seems tired. Well, he's been out for a while, so that's more than fair enough. But the new substitute, McAlinden's tried to have a shot, but it's been dispossessed by Pascal Gross. We seem to be building from the back here. Christian Burgess, decent ball up. Can we get anything on it? Ekong, back to Gomez. Should be able to get that. Number 15 should be putting the pressure on. Be okay there. Oh, twist. Can't even pronounce his name. Is it Escrado? Not quite sure. Jake Livermore on the ball. To Anthony Knockhart. Blimey, I remember him from Leicester. McAlinden gets the ball back, though. Paul Glatzel. Let's see what the Liverpool loanee can do. Glatzel. Oh, he's tackled, but Glatzel gets it back to Chris Long, and we're ahead. Paul Glatzel gets the assist, and Chris Long gets the goal in the back of the net, and we are 1-0 up here at Fratton Park. What a brilliant story this would be. There's a lot of FA Cup upsets in each round, but to get to the next round would be lovely. We'd probably get a massive club and get ruined, but, it's always nice to have something else for the players to focus on rather than just the league, because I think the players get a little bit bogged down in the league sometimes, and it gives some of the younger player chances as well. So it's a win-win, because it gives some of the players a rest in the first team, but then also it gives opportunity to some of the younger players, which is always fantastic in my opinion. But anyway, we've made a substitution. Roster, the younger of Meyler, is on the pitch now. It seems they've made 2 substitutions as well. Eric Peters then for the ball, and he's just been dispossessed, but Escarado gets it back, and he's still on the ball. Back to Fawn. Don't recognise his name. Says English anyway. Peters into the box for Knockhart. McAlinden gets it out temporarily, I guess you could say. And Lundemo on the ball, back to Fawn. I wonder who this Fawn is. I've never heard of him before. Lundemo might be a regen, I suppose. Eric Peters on the ball. Love gets it. Just don't concede a penalty, whatever you do. Colkett out to McAlinden. That's a nice ball up to Chris Long, but it falls to Naismith in the end. Naismith to Long. It was going to go to Glatzel, I think, but Long, maybe a little bit selfishly there, got the ball, but I think they all say that, strikers have to be selfish or else they're never going to do great things. But it looked like Long was less selfish there. He passed it to Glatzel, but Glatzel couldn't do anything with it. But Montasia on the ball there, and that is about it. Dulwich Hamlet are in the third round of the FA Cup. That's absolutely fantastic. They get to Liverpool. They are losing 4-0, albeit, but that is brilliant for them, and all very nice. But I wonder why this has all been sorted. But there we go. That's all our tactics sorted. Hopefully we can hold out now, and yes, hold on for the win. I'm just curious about who this Fawn is. 28? Never heard of him. Apparently he played for us on loan. He's been at Derby. Right. Well, I'll be honest, I don't really follow the Championship in real life, so I've got no idea who he is. But let's not focus on him too much, shall we? But it looks like we are going to win this tie, which is brilliant. I'm really more than happy with that. And we didn't really get put under any serious opposition from Brighton in the end, which is a bit of a surprise. But we're through. I'm just a bit speechless about that. Brighton didn't really do anything. Is that because we played so well? Or is it just because they couldn't be bothered? I don't quite know. We've got the FA Cup draw in a few days, so I'll let you know what happens there before the Bristol City game. Sherwood reckons they were robbed, but whatever. There you go, £70,000. As you can see, we are massively in the red at the moment. We're 2 million in the red. Bearing in mind we do receive about £6 million at the end of the season, but it will also be nice to get some money from the FA Cup. Question from him. QPR post? No, I am not interested. Right. Got the Bristol City game away from home at Ashton Gate. Yeah, it is Ashton Gate. Blimey, I'm good at remembering these things now. Anyway, we're going to travel to Ashton Gate in a week's time, and I'll see you there. Right, we're ready for the game against Bristol City, but just to show you a few transfers, just the one transfer actually in that we're going to tell you about is Joe Lucas from Doncaster. He's a regen player, another head of youth development job. A lot of, Matthew Friend was, and Zek Medley, and, the head of youth development's done really well with the players he's brought in from different clubs, particularly, where has he gone? Maybe because he's not at the club. Oh, where is he? I'll just put his name in then instead. Trevor Hall has gone on loan to Newport County in League 2. He's 17 years of age, and this season he scored 11 goals and 14 nil comps. He came in from Doncaster, 51k, so I can kind of trust his judgment that he's doing really well with that. We've actually bought another player from Doncaster, a little bit more money, practically double the money, and he's 18 years old, but he's really a defensive forward, and he's got some good stats to be fair. His work rate, his strength, stamina, so I'll probably send him out on loan next season. As you can see, he's got some good experience in League 1 and League 2, so, you know, hopefully he should be alright, and if not, you know, we'll make a profit on him at least. We've got the game anyway against Bristol City today. If we want to look at the Championship table, we will, before we start. We could get into the ultimate promotion spots, but because of that battery against Sunderland, what I promised we'd never talk about again, I don't think we will, even if we do. But we'll have to see what happens anyway. And as you can see, Bristol City in 10th place, and hopefully we can win this game. So we've got Allsop in goal, Thompson, Burgess, Watmore and Husband at the back, Colkett and Meyler in the midfield, Naismith, Chaplin and Harper keeps his place in the attacking midfield, and then McAlinden starts today's game up front. Now, we haven't actually won a game this season. Well, we have obviously won a game this season, but this calendar year we haven't won in the league yet, because we've only played, well, that was a bit of a stupid thing to say, wasn't it? We've only played once in the league this calendar year, so, you know, it doesn't really qualify. We haven't won, it's a fact, we haven't won in the league this calendar year, so hopefully we can nip that one in the bud quite quickly, and that would certainly be nice. But at the moment we're on 13 wins, 7 draws, and 7 losses, and out of 27 games, 7 losses isn't too bad. Hopefully, though, it's not the 8th to date. It seems like one club's had a good start. It's already down to 5th position. It must be Norwich who... it's actually Norwich and Sheffield Wednesday. Not Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United. And we are behind again. If you've watched the last few episodes, you will know that for some reason, we just cannot start games. I don't know why, and I don't know how, but we just cannot start them. We tend to get back into them, but we just cannot start games. It's a bit infuriating, and hopefully we can actually get something out of this, because we could get kicked out of the playoffs in terms of those playoff places altogether today, which would really put a dampener on the episode. But we're having shots from long range, yes, whatever. But that's a big game, Sheffield United and Norwich. If they can be held to a draw, obviously we can capitalise and get, you know, a 2-point gain on all of them. But of course, it's always the case that when we can capitalise, we never blooming do. But McAlinden's through anyway. That's a shocking shot, Liam McAlinden. Deary me, half an hour. We've had a few chances here, and we've had more shots than them. We just don't seem to be taking them very well. And that was a silly throw from Thompson. It's just gone straight to the Bristol player. That wasn't a very good pass from them either. And that wasn't a very good pass from us either. So, it seems we're playing as bad as each other. And we keep getting calls from our assistant to change everything. So, we can't be doing that one at all. But hopefully we can get a goal here. Chaplin on the ball. Chaplin, good ball to Harper, finds some space, I like that. Good ball from Harper again, finds some space. Husband into the box for Connor Chaplin, who finally breaks his duck. He hasn't scored for a while, and he breaks his duck off. I don't think he scores until the 7th of November. I think that's right, against QPR. So we've had to wait nearly 2 months, but our top goal scorer has finally scored again. You can see how crucial he is, because even with a goal for 2 months, he's still our top goal scorer, and that just shows how crucial the lad is. But that's a goal for us, and we are back. Well, we're just back in the game, aren't we? And hopefully, we can go and get something maybe before half-time. If we can go and get in the lead before half-time, that'd be brilliant. But it doesn't look like we are going to. We're going to go into the dressing rooms level, and that would be nice. But Sheffield went... I keep saying it's Sheffield Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday near the bottom. I don't really think we're going to lose our place Sheffield Wednesday anytime soon, considering they're pretty much 20 points behind us. But Sheffield United are now 6 points above us, and really... we want to remain, I can't even speak, retain that to around 3 or 4 points. So, it'd be nice if we can win today to close that gap. And I'm always aiming for the best. And if obviously we win today, then that reduces our gap to the ultimate promotion spots as well, to only the 1 point. But nothing has happened here in this half, which is a bit of a shame. McAlinden's, well, just not had the best game, I suppose. So we will make a little bit of an interesting decision. Bring Glatzel on for him. And Harper isn't playing too well either. And I don't know why Obita's not on the bench. That's a bit annoying. We'll put Husband as attacking midfielder, actually, because Husband plays well. There's no... I've just completely bottled this. We've got no left back on the bench either. What have I done here? I don't know. Anyway, we'll just bring Glatzel on for now. I don't want to overcomplicate stuff. I've just had a complete mare today, basically. But hopefully, that will stop right now and we can get a goal. Hopefully, we can... well, see the positives of keeping Jack Harper on. That's certainly a good ball from him. And he puts it in, does Chaplin, Nothing comes of it though. Naismith back into the box again for somebody, Glatzel, and he heads it narrowly over the bar. Hopefully we can get something out of this game. Come on. 20 minutes to go here at Ashton Gate. Can we get anything out of this? Well, we obviously are at the moment. But as you can see, Southampton and Brentford are both winning. And they will both displace as it stands. Which isn't too fantastic. But anyway, Vilsvik on the ball. Agala to Jones. The last thing we want to do, though, is lose points here. Good interception from Glatzel. Puts them under a little bit of pressure. And Glatzel runs towards the goalkeeper. That's what we want to see. We want to see a little bit more pressure from the players. And a little bit more closing down. Put the opposition under pressure. And hopefully get them to make some mistakes. This is good pressuring, but I just feel that it could be a goal for Bristol here. Just the way this is building up to Silva, to Corey Smith. Corey Smith to Vilsvik. To Smith again. No guesses where it's going to go next. Vilsvik into Jacobs. And it was a deflection, but luckily Allsop got his foot on it, and it wasn't a goal. But Michael Jacobs, I presume that's Michael Jacobs who used to play for the Wolves, but Glatzel puts that corner out. But Bristol win it back. Conor McLaughlin to Jones, and that's a bit of a hopeful shot from Jones there. I don't think he was going to score that one. 10 minutes to go then here. We do need to make substitutions now because it's getting a bit of a joke. But we'll bring Donald Love on for Nathan Thompson. And we will also... Can Long play at left wing? Not really, but we're going to have to go through it. We'll bring Long on at left wing ahead of Harper and see if that can change anything. And hopefully we can pump the ball into the box. Hopefully we can get a win out of this game, because every point counts, and if we can get 2 more points today, that would be crucial. But then obviously we run the risk of losing a point, which wouldn't be too brilliant, but it looks like it's going to close out and be a 1-1. Well, it's effectively a 0-0, isn't it? But thank God that's offside. I was just about to say that's happened the second time. Obviously, it happened against Villa where we conceded in the last few minutes, but we did concede there, but it was offside, so that's alright. But I don't think we're going to get anything more out of this game. We haven't really threatened, to be honest. We were lucky to get that goal with Chaplin. We haven't really threatened, and that's a little bit of a shame. If Sheffield United have won, which I guess is a good omen, really, because if they, get really far away, then, we can kind of catch up to everyone else, if that makes sense, because they'll beat everyone else, if that makes any sense. But we're ahead of Norwich anyway. We've dropped 2 points today, really, I feel. But at least we didn't lose. So that's 1-1 then away from home. I suppose the draw away from home isn't too bad. And we'll come back for the next episode. I didn't tell you who the draw was against. I will tell you exactly when we get to the schedule. That is against Leeds United, who have just been relegated against the Championships. Of course, they're second in the Championship. Steve McLaren's in charge there. And we'll come back for the games against Leeds and then Cardiff City. But that leaves us then in 6th place with 27 games gone in the Championship. As you can see, it changed massively. We've been off in a little bit of a having a little bit of a decline recently in terms of our position, but the board expectation is now to reach the playoffs. We changed our expectation midway into the season in January, so hopefully we can reach the playoffs, because if we don't, I'm going to be a very sad man. But hope you guys enjoyed that, folks. If you did, leave a like to show your appreciation. Comment any thoughts to the episode, and maybe players we should buy. Maybe who should we go to next. I don't think I'm going to leave Pompey for the foreseeable future. But if you've got any thoughts, leave them down there. Why not? It's a free world. Anyway, subscribe if you enjoyed that, folks, for daily FM content and also some other content you might be seeing next week. Hope you guys are enjoying your day, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.